Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set, 280, 55. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll run on first down. Moss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Hey. Motion. Mike, check. 59. 32. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, Alpha. 59, Mike. 59. Check. 59.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Mike's 59.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had
Man, you don't want
anybody
Thielen,
under
man. You
control,
just
so
messing
gets
with
rid
me.
of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
I don't need him.
Complete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I don't need him now.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 20.
I don't need him now.
Gain of 4.
I don't need.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd
He
down.
is on the block. But I'm saying I don't need no wide receiver. I need a quarterback.
Sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Who you got? You Ricky?
Gardner Minshew.
You Ricky?
Gardner Minshew, 2nd year. He started.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
And 3rd down is a key.
I look after this game.
Any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing down. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Let's see here.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
Dang, man, that was a bad first drive. Maybe I should have tried to run the ball. Man, that was, I mean, no, I was trying to throw the ball. I ain't tried to run the ball yet.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Did he?
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how deep.
You ain't got time for that.
Down he goes. Back
You ain't got time for that. Go Rook.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
You was a spammer. Oh my God, Simmons, Jesus Christ.
I know he ain't got it. Mark 55, Mark 57. Give me that ball.
Stafford.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. What are you doing out there?
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
I ain't going to tell you because I don't want you to announce it to the...
On first and 10, Stafford.
Oh.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Stafford.
Give me that. That's me. That's Rook. Isaiah Simmons. You ain't catching him. That's 94 speed, baby. 94 speed. And we gonna tumble in.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers.
That's me.
When those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
No why everybody be no huddle. Lose 7 yards, then no huddle. Use 10 yards, then no huddle.
This is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now a give, right side. It's Moss.
Oh, shoot. My bad. Dang,
up to
he
the
did.
27-yard line.
Height, you know, I wasn't ready.
We're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
What's up, babe?
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Set. 250. Man, that's trash. 53. Ready. 52. Check. 7.
Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set. 280. Mine's 59. I got you, pop. Alert! Check 59. Mine is 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. Fighting through.
Man,
Let's go, baby.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, Cousins, flush to his right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Yeah.
A 12-yard touchdown. The Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
All drives
I have to look.
points.
I don't know if I want to send him for
When they're in
an
this
issue out.
sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Oh, man.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I didn't look at my stocks today. Probably not good.
I need to buckle down and get into that, man. I started looking into it and then
The
fell
Detroit
off.
offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Complete here to Marvin Jones. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first
You don't want to
down.
be that guy?
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, balls delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Monday,
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm trying to collect. 32. 24. Check 24. Switch. Hey, red.
Stafford on first down.
Give me that. That's me.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted.
That's me.
Off at the
That's the
25.
rook. That's the rook.
Jennings was the one he was looking for. And he may want to track down that football because
Kayvon
that's
Diggs.
interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes to
Dog,
play.
I forgot it's
First
6-minute
half,
quarters.
it's 14 to
God
nothing.
dang, these quarters rolling.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Hey, if I wasn't paying attention,
Coming up
shoot,
in
I'd have
2
been done
minutes,
ran
we'll
out
get down to
on.
visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The throw right sideline here is complete, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Get him. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
First down, here's Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on,
Something like that.
You've got to be really careful as a passer.
Yeah, I know I got him in the. I think I got him in the 2nd round.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
Oh, wait. Where you going?
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, where do you find
No, because they ain't have no third round pick.
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes
So I think I got him in the second. I either got him in the second or the fourth. It might have been the fourth round. It might have been the fourth round I got it.
Just to cut your losses and go down. We don't see another play like that. And I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. And he can only
hey, man, ain't got nobody open.
45-yard line, well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations.
Cover
and
3
then
cloud.
Execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Looks to me
Hey.
because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of things in this window.
Hey, he's scared I'm about to send it. I ain't gonna send it. I'm just playing straight beat.
So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, Stafford here. Flushed out.
That's me.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
That's me, baby.
Finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points.
They big and fast. 6'4", 6'5", baby. 6'4", 6'5".
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation.
Oh, Lord. What kind of pass was that?
Snags it for the pick.
Wow.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Pass
Real call.
10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Really? And I asked for him.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of
Oh, but shoot, it shouldn't have been like that. Your guy was supposed to be signed to you anyway. He's supposed to have lost out.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our
Man,
score
that's
14-7. So they'll get another shot.
man, what kind of pass was that? That's supposed to go to the corner of the end zone.
No, stop running that spam
That'll
play.
be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point. And
Go ahead and get in your darn prevent defense. Butthole.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Let's go.
Man, quit running that same play, man. Run something different. Everybody don't care about that cloud cover 3 crap.
Stop, bro. What you doing? No.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Bravo.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
I knew he was in cover 4. Oh, you
So
look.
we've reached halftime
Cloud
here on
over 3.
opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan
Thinking
Coachman
bone.
for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
All right, let's go. Let's get this run game going.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you told me because I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Get in your cover 3 cloud. Yep. That's exactly what you're in.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll dump this off
Yeah,
to Cook.
dumb.
And he gets it to the
Oh,
32.
good in cover
Good
2.
enough for a first down.
Man,
Give
you
him
changed
7
up on
yards
me.
on the play
Right,
as
somebody
they do
your
pick
dumb
up
tail.
the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, no, easy. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Being chased out left. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Vikings are going to widen that.
Man, got them
Still
gay
plenty of time left
defenses,
in the
man.
game, but
Play
now
something else.
starting
Play
to
some
pull
man
a
or
little
something.
bit. Get some breathing room
Shoot.
with that one.
And
We'll run 2
people think
defenses.
that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, Moss. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check three, check three, check three. Hurry! And middle, middle, middle. Level right.
Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Deuce, 32. Omaha, ready, move. Hey, Charlie. General West. Hey, easy.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And
None of that.
Incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We go set. 250. Check, 59. Oh, you got D?
Now Stafford. Caught by Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hey, team 6.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Now it's Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Oh, that was not out of bounds.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Just throw it up.
An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gun. Check 50, check 50. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Go ahead, go ahead.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And a throw right sideline is complete. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
I'm on. 44 the mic, 44 the mic. Check, check. Watch QB draw.
They go play action. Cousins. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Run. Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, Haywood. Let's shift him, let's shift him. Pick the edge. Come. Bobo's the mic. Mike Bobo. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Two.
Give to Cook out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things.
Oh, get rid of it.
Down. They get to him back at the 40.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, easy. Hey, 70. Check 59, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford is passed to Jennings, and he makes the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly
right. You heard what I said. I'm coming to get my TV. I didn't do that.
I feel like they have this one in hand.
Got 30 minutes to figure it out.
Across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You ready?
Yeah.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass action. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down.
What the heck was I doing?
Huge play at this point in the game.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Good route there.
Cousins to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They run it again with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.